What is going on, Ben Nation? We got a lot to cover today. I'm going to talk to you about what is going on with the price action. Today is the day liquidity unlocks, and I'm going to give you kind of a prediction about what is going to happen in the next couple of days because I think that we're in a very bullish phase right now, and I get the sense that things are going to start moving very quickly in a great direction. By the way, if you like the hats, if you like any of the Believes Crypto merchandise, it's in the subscription down below. There's a spread shop somewhere around here where you can buy whatever Believes Crypto gear you want to have. No Ben gear yet, but working on that. Now, first, who told you that we would be in this channel at the end? That's right, this guy. Now, we are playing out to the upside, which is a great thing, but again, guys, I picked this out for you. I showed you a long time ago that this was what was going to happen, and guess what? Here we are. Now, I thought that when we had that move, I told you that I thought we'd get one last ditch move, and that would come up to 47.05 as a prediction. You never really know how these things are going to play out, but it was not to be. We got caught in this point of control sort of range over here. We wicked out over there and then came back down right now. But as you can see right now, we've got a little bit of a reversal on our momentum as of right now. The broader market seems to be moving in a positive direction. We are overbought, but we do have a bullish divergence playing out as we speak on the hour charts. So, it's not all bad. We're looking pretty decent for something that's about to move over to a V2. Now, if you have not already, make sure that you move all of your tokens over into a decentralized wallet. So a MetaMask, a Trust wallet, anything like that, a Coinbase wallet, not the Coinbase exchange, but the Coinbase wallet. You could use Wallet, which is the one from crypto.com. Anything that's decentralized, you can move it over to, and then you will be transferred. We don't have confirmation right now from MEXE or anybody else that they're supporting V2, but we are working on that, obviously. But if you want to make that move, then make that move. So going back into price action, I do expect that we probably will start to see a liquidity crunch here because obviously we're about to move the liquidity into a safe holding so that we can move it over into the V2 contract. That's going to take just a little bit of time. So trading at this point probably about to kind of cease here. And so we're not going to get any kind of a breakout, but this is where we end right now, 21.90. So when your tokens move over, it won't have the exact same dollar amount because the number of total supply is going to be different, but your percentage of market is going to be the exact same. And what I mean by that is if you were to go into Uniswap and look at your DEX tools, for example, and you wanted to know what your supply is, you can go in here and you can click on view contract, then scroll down to holders right here. Holders will tell you what the name is on this. For example, I am Benish here has 4.3 trillion tokens. He has 1.03% of the supply. When we launch V2, I am Benish will have 1.0324% of the supply. MEXE, I am BJZ, they will all have the same amount. Mr. Alkaline will have 0.6219% of the supply. That's a silly name, but also I like it a lot. Disciple 13 would have 0.4635% of the supply. That's the way that it works. So you'll see that kind of play itself out around there. Now, again, we're closing it out at this level. As you can see from this, we've got the major announcement. That's the only thing that's really happened. And the reason for that is Ben has gone very, very quiet because he is waiting for the hearing results on Tuesday. Now, in the meantime, I do want to remind you guys, if you did not watch my last video, it looks like everybody watched it, but you never know. Don't forget that this is the Hit Networks wallet that was created to hold Ben in it, in fact. And if you go over here and you can check it out, you'll see what was going on. And in fact, we know that it was because Stake was paying to that wallet. We were getting direct payment to Stake, et cetera, et cetera. So we know what was going on here. And guess what? They sold $3.5 trillion in Ben on the chart. These are the bad guys, guys. Don't let it get twisted when you're out here looking and trying to find a reason who is the good guy, who is the bad guy in all of this. And you can make an argument that you don't like Ben Armstrong for some reason, and that's fine. But don't get it twisted on who the bad guys are here. You are a Ben holder. That's why you're here. So they are dumping Ben coin price. They are selling off on this chart for a total of 57 Ethereum by the way. And let me put that into context for those of you that need help with it, because some of you just don't understand that 57 ETH was about $90,000. They sold about $90,000 on the chart, and that was a significant amount in an attempt to wreck the chart. Now, they could tell you, well, we were obviously not trying to wreck the chart. No, what they were trying to do was get out and make sure they were sending a message to Ben Armstrong, because they were attacking him at what they thought was a weak point. They were trying to show him that they, quote unquote, control him, and that's not going to fly. So this transaction here was sent over as part of the HIT network thing to hold, so that inside this wallet he could show you how Ben is growing over time for the HIT networks, and they sold it on you. These are bad people doing bad stuff, trying to send what amounts to the wrong messages. And not only that, but then they were moving it over to a couple different people, like basically paying people off. I want to say, I don't know for sure. I couldn't say for sure, but they split up 19 ETH 3 different ways into different wallets. For what reason? I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know the machinations of Lady Frames. I have no idea how they make their decisions. But here we are. Remember who the enemy is. Remember who your friend is. Now, going back over here, we finished out in that channel. We'll do the liquidity unlock. The most important thing is this: tomorrow, there will be a hearing, and we will know and I'm going to tell you guys what I think is the most likely outcome. The most likely outcome is that Ben retains the company, but probably loses some of the physical assets that might go with it, and all of the employees. Every employee should be gone. However, he would be free to bring back a skeleton crew of people to work for him in that regard, and then he'll have to make the decision on who he finds to be trustworthy in that regard. Or the other thing is, if you pull up the corporate records, and you will see that the corporation has a tax bill and stuff like that. And if Ben were to take a buyout of the company, then as the majority holder, they would have to pay him the value of the company. And the value of the company would not be based on the value of the company today with Link to Inc. as their only partner and sponsor. It would be that they owe him based on that stake.com contract of $1 million per month, which is $12 million in a year, which means that they would owe him at least around $8 million for his company. So you better get better sponsors if you're the HIT network, Leaf says. That's it, guys. That's what I think is going to happen. There's two outcomes to this. Either way, BitBoy Crypto is going to win this one, and Ben Armstrong will be BitBoy Crypto once more. Or he'll just burn it all down and start all over, knowing full well that nobody, and The Rock means nobody, will ever be able to take advantage of him again. We've already talked about corporate structure. When this rebranding happens, if there is a rebranding, if BitBoy happens and there is a BitBoy, no matter what happens, Ben will be in full control. Ben will not have other people in control. I can assure you that hard lesson learned. We got this. From this point forward, guys, BitBoy Crypto or Ben Armstrong, one way or another, we are taking BenCoin to the moon. And I hope that you're going to be along for the ride. It's not financial advice. My name's Bleez. I am always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And by the way, there's no promise of price growth with Ben. You guys should know that. When I do this, this is pure speculation on my behalf and me hoping that something good is going to happen. But if it 4X's from here, I think I'm up a little bit, but just barely. You know what I mean? I think we're all, some of us are kind of way down. We're feeling it just like anybody else. But in the long term, I get this feeling that BenCoin will probably be at the forefront of mass adoption, new acceptance, new holders coming in. Remember, there's over 1.5 million people that are at one point or another watching or going to watch BitBoy Crypto or Ben Armstrong on his new channel. They will be watching him as well. And when that happens and this market flips and retail comes back, this thing is probably going to have a good position. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe button, the bell to be notified of future content, and we will talk to you again very, very